Stand ready for my arrival, Beaner. You were given orders, you were given time, you were given more leeway than most, yet I still find your channel still with no videos. Your motivation anticipated this result, which is why they sent me. I am ComQuest.
Uh, hey guys, it's me again. It's been a while since I've, recorded a video, but I feel like this is as good as a time as any to come back. The official Five Nights at Freddy's 2 teaser trailer came out on Wednesday, the 2nd of April. Now, of course, there were other things in the 2nd of April relating to the game space that were much bigger news than this. But for now, we are going to be talking about the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 official teaser trailer, and just a little unscripted video for you guys until another thing that I'll talk about at the end. But yeah, so let's just get started. And right off the bat, we see Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place, the old poster from the last movie, now shattered and destroyed. I'm assuming this is outside of the pizzeria, yet the posters were inside in the movie, so I don't know. But yeah. Alright, so right here we see a Endo 02 skeleton head, is what most people would think, actually. That's what I first thought when I watched the trailer, but turns out no, it is Mangle. This is Mangle's second head, and you can see all of the rest of Mangle's body, like right here. And a little small detail that only the most like brain rotted FNAF fans would know. When I mean brain rotted, I mean like too far gone in the franchise to notice these little details that don't matter at all. Mangle's eye, both the head of Mangle's eye now has eyelashes. In the original FNAF 2 model, it doesn't have eyelashes. So just a little unnecessary detail that I noticed, but nonetheless, it's there. It's a detail. So we can only assume that this is the first time Mangle activates, when the rest of the FNAF 2 animatronics, I'm assuming, are all activating at this moment. But yeah, no, I'm very excited. Well, we see Mangle later in the trailer, but I'm very excited to see like Mangle just standing up, full body,
Welcome back. Are you ready to start the show?
So obviously we hear the voice of William Afton, also known as Purple Guy, played by Matthew Lillard, and I can only assume that these voice clips that we hear throughout the trailer are in a flashback or maybe a hallucination. I'll get more into what I believe the hallucination may be about, but we hear his voice throughout the trailer, so obviously he's going to be in this movie somehow. And we did see, Daco did show on his charity live stream that there is a scene with him and Vanessa, so we can either assume it's a flashback or hallucination. But basically, all you need to know is that William Afton's presence is shown, or at least felt, in this trailer. Alright, so right here I want to talk about this little festival carnival thing. Now, a while back on Twitter, a few people somehow got wind or got footage of this specific scene. It is a Freddy Fazbear fan-made festival fest, and there was a little bit of a, whenever the actual like pizzerias were built on the set and they were ready to like film and stuff, people who were curious went over there and saw what they were doing. And basically they had these flyers up of this Freddy Fazbear Fan Fest thing. And basically the gist of it is that it's a fan-made, fan-funded little carnival relating to all things Freddy Fazbear and Friends. So as we can see here, there's like games, food, people in cosplay, and we'll see later a very familiar face shows up in this little fan event. And this is, I'm assuming this will be a big part in the movie, considering that not only was there flyers for it in the like actual like little prop for the outside of the pizzeria, but also just like in general, it seems like this will be a big part of the story. Alright, so what we see here is Piper Rubio playing Abby in the film, Mike's younger sister, rolling up to the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Well, I wouldn't say new, it looks kind of old here, but basically we see her and she's looking, we're assuming that this is supposed to be Abby, but to be honest, this doesn't look like the same times. It could just be the lighting, but I don't think this is I don't think this is, these two are the same scenes, because this right here looks way darker. I mean, sure, this could be like the lighting could be like sunlight lighting, because it looks like the sun is about to set on this scene, and then in the back it's all like dark and gloomy, but in the front it looks like there's a glow. That could be just the sign. I don't know, but basically we see Abby roll up to the new Freddy Fazbear's Pizza with the toy animatronics, which I'm assuming she wanted to go to the old location but got mixed up and found this place instead. And we can see over here, actually, if we play more of the trailer, she left a note for, of course, Josh Hutcherson, playing Mike in the film, that she's going to go fix her friends, which obviously in the first movie, she befriended the animatronics, and when they, you know, got buried alive inside the rubble of the old location, are presumed broken, and obviously she wants to go make the first real friends she's really ever made, so she wants to go find them and fix them, but I'm assuming she takes a wrong turn and ends up in the toy location. And then we hear this conversation with Vanessa, where she's telling Mike that they're everywhere, which they, in this context, are obviously the animatronics. And then we see right here our first glimpse of Toy Bonnie in the movie. He looked even from this little glimpse we have of him, like the details look insane. And then we see a little bit of him later on, but like this looks great. I like the fact it just looks perfect, you know. And like obviously Jim Henson's Creature Company did great in the first movie, so I didn't expect nothing more, nothing less. But yeah, no, Toy Bonnie. It's very exciting to see the FNAF 2 animatronics in live action. Obviously, FNAF 1 is an OG game and a great first game, but I don't know, man. I have more nostalgia towards FNAF 2 and the characters. Okay, so we see this hand right here press a Showtime button somewhere in what I presume to be the FNAF 2 pizzeria. Now, obviously, the first movie had a Showtime button, but it was right next to the stage, next to the animatronics and Foxy. But right here, we're led to believe that this is the hand of William Afton. I'm assuming that's what most people's first thoughts was. I believe that this is not William Afton, because in this, if this is the FNAF 2 pizzeria, then he should not be here. So, next best thing. I believe that this is the hand of Henry Emily, being played by Skeet Ulrich, who also played Danny in the Scream franchise alongside Matthew Lillard. Now, obviously, why he's activating the animatronics in the first place is unknown. I wouldn't unless it's for the puppet Charlie, which we don't see the puppet at all in this teaser trailer, which I'm surprised about. But obviously the song playing throughout the trailer is the puppet's music box. But I'm assuming that's the only logical reason I can assume he's activating the toy animatronics, unless the movies also make him a killer, which I feel like that would just go against everything. But you know what? I'm curious to see how that plays out if this is Henry.
Everywhere.
Alright, so obviously this is where the trailer really picks up. So we see a principal or a teacher, whoever this is, look through a window, and we see the eyes of none other than everybody's favorite FNAF 2 character, Toy Chica. And Toy Chica instead of like opening the door like a civilized person, just reaches through the glass and just pulls him into the door. And obviously this is a school. What the animatronics are doing in a school, I have no idea. Obviously Vanessa said that they were everywhere, but I wasn't expecting, you know, everywhere, including a school mostly inhabited by children. So obviously the toys have facial recognition scanners, letting them know if they're danger or threats. That doesn't work on kids, so I'm assuming that they're all just gonna go after adults in the movie, which this right here backs it up, and then like another thing I'll show. But and then this right here, the money shot, to me at least this is the money shot, because holy crap, we get our first look at Mangle. And oh my god, if I was in this situation personally, I would try and run away or just end myself before Mangle gets to me, because holy crap, this thing probably looks scarier in real life. But like when I say in real life, I mean like in person, the actual puppet looks like scarier. But the fact that Mangle is just like tearing through this like window, like reaching out towards them, like you can see, I'm assuming this isn't the same shot, because they like to do that sort of thing where it's like they put random clips together to make it seem like it's something. But like holy crap, man, like the detail on Mangle is crazy, and I think that they really nailed down Mangle. And I feel like that isn't an easy thing to like accomplish, you know, because Mangle is such a complex design, but they somehow nailed it down, and I love it. And so we see here what I assume to be, and because it makes sense, we haven't seen them at all in this trailer, the feet and arm of Toy Freddy going into a garage. We don't know if this is Mike's garage or another family's garage, but he's making his way into the house. And then we see Toy Bonnie with like one of those like things you put in a turkey, and you like measure the thing. I'm assuming that's what that is, because this doesn't look like a knife. I think it's either that or a screwdriver. And then we see this family. I don't know who those people are. But obviously it looks like Toy Bonnie is paying them a visit or something, or whichever animatronic it is paying them a visit. And I don't know what they relate to the story at all. Maybe they're relatives of Mike, even though it seems like they have nobody else. Maybe Vanessa's like grandparent. I don't know. It just, I don't know why they're going after random people. Alright, so there's a whole slew of clips here. As you see, I'm trying to pause, like break everything down. Alright, so right here, this is the best I'll do. We see a silhouette, and if I had to put my money on anything, this is the silhouette of William Afton. As you can see, this is a house. Now, somebody pointed out on Twitter that this looks like the plush trap levels after you complete a night in FNAF 4. I don't really see it, because like that's where a window, because like there's a window where plush trap would be sitting, and this would be the end of the hallway, and then obviously the doors, but I don't see it personally. But I can assume that this is William Afton. There's like a workshop behind him, so I'm assuming that's where he's like working on new animatronics or new ideas for the pizzerias and stuff. And then we see Vanessa with a gun, and I'm assuming this she's hallucinating. She's hallucinating here. I think that she's not drawing the gun on William Afton. This could be a flashback, but I think she is hallucinating that Mike or whoever she's talking to is William Afton, and hears William Afton's voice. And first thought, no hesitation, just shoot him. But yeah, no, you can see that Vanessa's clearly going through it. So that's what I'm assuming is gonna happen, because of the the like coma she went through in the first movie, that now she just like she's hallucinating her father everywhere, and she just wants to like, you know, end anything to do with her father. All right, and now we see Balloon Boy, who in the first movie was a little gag who scared Mike off, and then eventually Corey Kenshin in the after credits. But we see here he's real. He's real. Balloon Boy animatronic is real, and his eyes glow, which I'm assuming, like I said before, facial recognition scanners. I'm assuming he's like using that in order to identify whoever he's looking at. And actually, in the background, we see a familiar place. So as we see here, there's monitors right here. There's a little gap right here in this like little hallway right here. We see vents and what I can assume to be a button. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the FNAF 2 office right here. This does look like the right side, like Balloon Boy's like propped up on the right vent, which Balloon Boy's usually on the left vent, on the left side of the office. But you know, again, just the FNAF fan and me being nitpicky. But yeah, no, Balloon Boy looks great. He looks terrifying, honestly. Like, I was expecting him to be this tall. Like, from right here, he looks at least like 4 feet. I was expecting him to be like at least like child size, you know, like 3 foot something, you know, like down here at most. But no, he's big. Alright, so right here we see obviously the hand of William Afton in the Springlock suit. Unless this isn't him. This could very easily well be a hallucination or a flashback, or maybe somebody in a Fredbear suit. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't. That's probably like not at all what it is. But hey, you never know. I'm assuming this is a flashback to one of his first kills, or this could be related to the Garrett stuff and how he killed Garrett. But I can only assume that this is a flashback to one of his first kills. Maybe they actually show something, even though I don't think we really need to see it because we saw it in the beginning sequence of the first movie. But either way, I'm very interested to see what the Yellow Rabbit has to do in this movie, because obviously this can't be William Afton now because he's kind of like rotting right now. But I'm very curious to see what this is about. Alright, so we got a few shots of Mangle, as we can see here. I'll talk about that in a second here. But we see Mangle choking out somebody. I don't know who this is, but Mangle choking out somebody, lifting them on the roof. And I can assume that this is the back half of the FNAF 2 office, because I believe in FNAF VR we do see the back of it, and it does have like lockers and stuff behind it. So yeah, this is the FNAF 2 office that they're currently in. I'm assuming what they're holding is a camera, so I'm assuming that some of these people are going in and like recording footage and stuff of like oh, the old Freddy Fazbear's Pizza or whatever. And yeah, no, Mangle just strangles them. And then we see right here, I don't know what else to call it, but it's Mangle's like spare, like, it's a spare arm, but there's no hand attached to it, so it's just like a little stub. It's poking through the window. It just slams through the window, and that is crazy to me. And also, again, relating back to Twitter leaks, apparently there was also a scene described of Vanessa hitting Mangle with a car, and Mangle tries to break in. So I can only assume that this is maybe Vanessa driving, or it could be like, you know, one of these other side characters that we saw earlier, like this family right here. But yeah, I guess we only have to wait and see. Right here we got the trio being terrified of what I'm assuming the animatronics inside the house, or it could be the puppet. It could be the puppet, honestly. I don't know.
Showtime!
Okay, so right here we see none other than McKenna Grace from the hit show Young Sheldon, who played Paige in the show. She is in this movie, which that is very surprising to me. McKenna Grace, she was on stream with what was it? Was it Quack? It was Quackity it was a Minecraft YouTuber. I just don't remember which one. It was either Quackity or like Tubbo or something like that. But she's very active on social media, and obviously posted some stuff when she got it, when this trailer came out, and you know, like her at the FNAF location, at the FNAF 1 location set. So she's in this movie. I'm very curious as to what role she's playing. I'm assuming, with the lighting being the same as the Mangle abduction right here, I'm assuming she's also one of the burglars that tries to break in and catch found footage of the FNAF 2 location. And so I'm assuming, so maybe she just gets killed. Maybe she's just an early on-screen kill. I don't know. Alright, so right here we get the money shot. Freddy Fazbear, Toy Freddy, is here, and look at him, man. He just looks so perfect. Like, straight from the game. He looks really good. And like I said before earlier, the FNAF Fan Fest looks to be a very big, or at least a big part in this movie. So I'm assuming what they're gonna do is what most other like movies do in like this sort of situation, or horror movies at least, where it's like, oh man, sick cosplay, and then he, like, I don't know, bites somebody's hand off or something. But he just looks great. Again, Jim Henson's Creature Company did so good on the animatronics in the first movie, and so when I heard they were coming back, obviously with the toys and the Wizards being like some of my favorite designs in FNAF, just seeing them in real life, it just makes me so happy. So I'm assuming, obviously, like I said before, there's probably gonna be a kill. There's probably gonna be a kill in here. Also, I'm pretty sure this lady right here is animatronic. I don't know why, but her the facial structure. This could be a guy. Keep in mind this could be a guy, but whoever this is looks a lot like animatronic. So I'm just gonna assume that this is animatronic. And so obviously we got the release date, December 5th. My bad, December 5th. But yeah, that's the FNAF 2 teaser trailer. Obviously this little unscripted video for y'all. I just really wanted to come back, guys, and I've been busy with like life, high school, and a lot of stuff that's been preventing me from making videos like this. But I'm glad I'm back. I found a little bit of motivation. Thankfully, with school, there's a lot of stuff to do with editing and stuff like that. So I'm like, yeah, screw it. Let's make something for the channel. So yeah, be expecting a video soon. Maybe it depends on like what like how exactly I'll go about it, but be expecting a new video soon. I won't say when, because release dates aren't really that great, especially with me and like how long I took to even upload this video. But yeah, no, this has been fun, and I'll see you guys next time.